Hi， 各位觀眾，你哋好，又係 Paul 師傅時間。
Hi， 又係我 Lumi。OK，
嗱，原來咧好多人咧都竟然唔知道沖七色花涼咧係點樣沖嘅喎。
So apparently, a lot of people don't actually know how to take the flower bath that Master Paul previously mentioned. So today, we're actually going to go over that.
OK， 點解今日會用英文翻譯咧？事關咧有啲人士咧就
唔係太明中文。
係啦，咁咧今次我又會重新講我點樣叫做沖花涼。事關我原來啱啱有個客咧，最近就喺個視頻睇到我之後咧，就又咁啱就跟住就識咗我徒弟，佢哋嘅師妹啦。咁咧佢咧就介紹咗俾我，咁先知道原來沖花涼唔係咁簡單。實際佢沖完嘞喎，但係原來都唔得嘅。
So the reason why I'm speaking English today instead of typing it in the subtitles is because after the previous release of the video, we actually had a friend who contacted my father and said that, you know, I took the shower and I did it, but it didn't really work. And when we asked them, apparently the procedure was wrong. So today we're gonna go over the procedure and I'm gonna translate it fully in English. So hopefully you guys get it after this video.
OK， 嗱，咁我首先咧，我即係重新再講一次點樣沖花涼先。
So we'll now introduce how to do the process. So if you want, take a piece of paper and write it down.
咦，今次係咪覺得好得意咧
Don't you think it's interesting the way we're doing it this time?
OK， 嗱，事關咧，我喺美國住嘅。
So we, in case you haven't noticed, we live in America and New York specifically.
所以咧，有好多西方嘅朋友咧，都唔知道點樣去沖一個花涼，一個正統啲嘅花涼。
So we actually have a lot of friends and even those on YouTube who don't actually know how to properly take a flower bath.
OK， 嗱，咁最基本沖花涼就係要七色花啦。
So typically, in order to take these flower baths, you need 7 types of colors of flowers. Also, 7 different variations of them.
咁咧，我哋最基本就要5色。
So the most common one, if you can't find 7 colors, is 5 colors.
5色裏邊有白色啦，
There's white,
有藍色啦，
blue,
有綠色啦，
green,
有紅色，
red,
亦都有黃色。
and yellow.
呢個就係5種主色啦。
These are your 5 main colors you need for the flower bath.
跟住咧就加多2種顏色。
Then, if you can, add 2 more colors.
咁我最中意咧就係咩？我會用粉紅色嘅百合花 Lily。
Oh, so Master Paul's favorite flower to use for those 2 extra colors is the pink one, and he specifically likes to use pink lilies.
咁我哋就會再加咗一種嘅顏色。咁你自己配搭啦。如果可以得嘅話，就最好就撈晒唔同顏色嘅花落去。
And the last one, obviously, up to whatever you like. And if you can, try and find 7 different colors if you can. For example, maybe black. That's a little bit hard, but there is black flowers out there.
OK， 咁配咗7種顏色咯喎，第二配7種嘅花啦。
So, like I said before, after you get 7 colors, you need 7 variations, meaning 7 different types of flowers.
咁花裏邊咧，我哋有3種係唔用嘅。
So there's, in the many, many wonderful flowers out there, there's 3 we mainly do not use.
第一種咧就係劍蘭。
劍蘭係
咁你就麻煩少少啦，係一種好長嘅植物嚟嘅，咁側邊就會有花嘅。
So there's one plant that I have no idea what the name is. If you know what gimlan is, please type it in the comments below, so those who don't know will know. But it's typically a type of flower that's really long, and it has little kind of like little sprouts on the sides.
唔緊要嘅，我哋有圖片嘅。
We will key a picture in because I have no idea how to translate that.
OK， 第二種就係太陽花啦。
Okay, 太陽花即係
Sunflower, yeah.
So the second type is sunflowers. So the big yellow sunflowers do not use.
點解唔用咧？事關太陽花佢個籽咧，我哋用嚟食嘅。咁我哋要用花嘅花蕊，所以花蕊同花瓣，所以咧個太陽花我就唔會用噶啦。
So the reason why we don't use sunflowers isn't because we hate it, but it's because the seeds of the sunflowers, we actually consume them. And in order for the flower bath to work, we need the whole entire entity of the flower, from the leaves to basically the insides to the little, you know, sprouts that they have. We use the whole flower. So because the sunflower you eat, we try to avoid it and we don't use it.
OK， 咁最尾一種咧就係我哋唔會用嘅細嘅好細朵嘅黃菊花仔。
So the last flower that we won't use is a very, very small yellow chrysanthemums. We don't use chrysanthemums.
OK， 咁配咗7種顏色同埋7種花之後咧，咁我哋首先一個程序就會點做咧？就係話揾一個新嘅水桶，
So after you get the 7 colors of flowers and the 7 variations of color, you're gonna now start the real procedure. So first, we're gonna find a bucket, a new, unused, clean bucket. Okay.
但係要記住，一定係 make sure 肯定自己買咗7種嘅花，要配埋7日先。
So again, before you start the flower, before you start like deconstructing it and making this a procedure, you have to make sure you buy enough flowers for 7 days of that 7 type of flowers with the 7 colors. So if you don't have enough for 7 days, don't do this.
OK， 咁買咗個新嘅水桶之後咧，我哋咧就跟住咧就最好就買一個新嘅水煲，煲水嘅煲。
So after you buy the new bucket, the best suggestion is to buy a new kettle, brand new kettle that has not been used before, so you can actually boil some water in that new kettle.
跟住仲有一個水殼喎。
And you also need a little water ladle, a
係
new
啦
one, unused.
咁跟住咧，首先咧，我哋會將7種花嘅花心同花葉就搣咗落個桶度先。
花葉係咩？
心啦，側邊嘅花啦，就唔要個托嘅。
Okay. So after you have those stuff prepared, you're now going to deconstruct the flowers. So what we need from the flowers are the beautiful little petals of the flower. We also need the pollen part of the flower, but we do not need the leaves nor the stems. So we basically really need the center and the petals only.
女你成日沖啊，不過似係我做啫喎。
Yeah, so I do this all the time, but he does all the hard work. I kind of just live off of his hard work.
咁跟住咧，我哋就裝一煲凍嘅水喉水嘅水落個煲水壺度。
So then you're going to take the newly bought kettle that you have not used yet. You're going to turn on your faucet water, not the one that has been, distilled or anything. Tap water, completely just fresh, cold tap water. You're going to fill the pot of the kettle and then you're going to boil it.
係啦，咁將嗰煲水倒落個花裏邊咧，就喺個桶度啦。跟住就再斟一煲同一份量嘅水喉水嘅水，跟住攞嚟煲水。煲到熱咗，滾咗紅咁聲之後，跟住就將佢倒埋落頭先嘅凍水裏邊。
即係先落凍水。
係啦，先落凍水就後，跟住倒完凍水之後，跟住咪跟住再煲完熱水倒落個熱水裏邊，咁就叫做陰陽水啦。
Right, so this is a step that people usually mess up on. I'm going to retract a little bit about what I said before about boiling the water. Don't boil it yet. The first pot of water that you get from in your kettle, right? Just cold, fresh tap water, unfiltered. You're going to pour it into the bucket that you already put the flowers in. Then you're going to take the same kettle, get the same amount of water, then you're going to boil it. After you boil it, you're going to mix the cold water that's already in the bucket with the flowers with the boiled water in the kettle. You're going to mix it. So that's how you get the yin-yang water that people usually do not know about.
係啦，咁樣先叫做陰陽水，正式嘅陰陽水啦。咁樣先可以有呢個功效。就而家喺出邊好多咧，就咁嗌你沖咧，其實係冇話俾你知陰陽水呢一樣嘢。實陰陽水先係最緊要嘅。
Yeah. So the reason why most people who take flower baths and realize that it doesn't actually work or there's no really change in after doing it is because they miss this procedure of mixing the tap water with the boiled water. And this is a common step that is not really taught to you unless you know obviously someone who has done this and seen it work and know the finer details of things.
OK， 咁跟住你 ready 準備咗之後咧，你就去沖涼，同平時一模一樣，由頭洗到落腳啦。
So then you take your nice little shower, you wash your hair, you wash your toes, and you scrub it down. After you're finished washing your hair and your body with soap whatsoever, turn off your water. Then you take this bucket of water that you've already pre-mixed and you're going to slowly use the ladle. You're going to take buckets from the top of your head and let it just kind of like drip down your entire body, right? Just bucket after bucket, just going to go.
阿女 over 咗跳咗我咯喎！事實你沖完涼之後先再係咯，咁我頭先中文冇講，你咁快我講咗。OK， 嗱頭先阿女就用英文講嘅，咁咧嗱沖完涼之後，將嗰一桶花水，我哋叫做個種啦，就倒落個浴缸裏邊，跟住咧你就校水啦。好多人都問我師傅話，嗰桶水邊夠我浸咧？係咪？咁基本上係一定要將佢倒落個浴缸裏邊，校到滿晒。根本上係浸到個人為止，先至我哋叫做浸花浴。跟住就將有個水殼身噶嘛，就喺個水殼喺筆啲水流喺個頭度，個天靈咁淋落去，一路咁淋，基本上要淋20分鐘。
即係如果你想浸嘅話，就整個浴缸。
係啦，冇錯啦。
So if you want to take a bath instead of kind of like just like pouring over yourself, right, you can. What you're going to do is you're going to fill up your bathtub like normal. Then you're going to take the bucket of water that you already prepared with the flowers, and you're just going to nicely toss it in the tub, and you can just sit in it. If you're going to sit in the bath, make sure you sit in it for 20 minutes. When you are lathering it on yourself from head to toe, make sure you're slowly doing it and take 20 minutes to do so.
嗱，浸完個花浴之後咧，就唔需要再過水噶啦。
So after you finish the whole entire process, you don't have to wash your body again. Although there are flower petals and stuff on you, you wipe your body, they come right off.
嗱，呢個咧就係一個程序嚟嘅，一個程式。嗱，但係通常咧好多女士咧都未必會沖得到7日嘅。點解咧？事關佢呢個花浴咧可以令到你個五臟六腑精氣神係改變緊，你唔好嘅嘢佢會排出嚟嘅。咁變相好多女士，即係我有好多個個案都係話，啲女士咧沖到第4日就已經係啲經期嚟咗，所以沖唔到嘅。通常沖呢個花浴之前咧就係一定係經期嚟咗之後嘅第7日先去沖，咁正常就唔應該有問題嘅。但係如果佢本身個裏邊有問題嘅話咧，佢就會啲經期排翻出嚟，其實排出嚟係好事嚟喎，唔好以為係壞事。不過排出嚟之後咧就唔沖得字，最快都要等3個月之後先重新再沖過。
即係如果你係經期啱
係啦，
跟住再
而家正常應該係經期嚟咗之後嘅7日先至去沖，咁就係最 perfect 嘅。但係如果你裏邊真係有問題，即係有咩問題咧，我就唔講啦。咁可能你自己裏邊有問題嘅話咧，你沖到第3或者第4日咧，就跟住啲經期會翻嚟。你聽到好似好神奇，其實一啲都唔神奇。我個案裏邊咧有好多個都係咁樣。嗱，咁又問喎，
俾我講先。So if he keeps going, I'm going to forget what to say, right? So basically what's going to happen is, for the most part, men who take the shower really have no problem. It's pretty easy for them. Our concern is more on the female side. So normally when you take this flower bath, usually it's just nice and easy. There's not much concern. But there are times when, let's per se, a woman has had her menstruation, her period, and, you know, a week later she decides to take this flower bath, and about 3, 4, 5 days into the flower bath of the 7-day procedure, she ends up getting her period again. So obviously that does sound a little bit weird, right? But according to Master Paul, he's saying this is not actually a weird thing. What the flower bath does is that it cleanses your entire body from the inside and outside. So if there's something inside your body that shouldn't belong, or something that's been stuck there that is not doing you any good, this flower bath is actually cleansing it out and getting rid of it. And if that does happen and you do realize that you are bleeding on the 4th or 5th day, again, my females, right? You need to stop the flower bath, wait about 3 months or so, and then redo the process for, again, the 7 days.
OK， 咁又有人問我咯喎，師傅啊，咁我男性應該唔會啦，我冇經期嚟㗎嘛，係咪？但係男性就唔同啦，男性咧就會肚痛啦、放屁啦。如果有啲我有個個案裏面一個男性係痛到咧，根本要入醫院，咁都係要停咗嘅。
So, like again, I said, right, for males, you don't have to worry about bleeding, but there are other problems that can also arise, right? So for a male, when this happens on the 3rd or 4th day, instead of menstruating, because it's impossible, they will actually experience stomach aches, be really gassy, even possibly diarrhea, and to the extreme cases, there are people who ended up being in the hospital because of the severity of the pain. Now, if that happened to you, obviously, same as for the female, right? You're going to stop, wait 3 months, and then restart the process.
事關呢個花涼咧，呢個花浴咧係可以令到你個運氣會提升。譬如你覺得我自己唔好運，即係嗱，好似2020年嘅運數係唔好，或者樣都唔順嘅，咁你就試下沖呢個花涼，沖完之後，咁你一定會成個人嘅運氣啊、精氣神都會改變緊，令到你個運氣都會提升到嘅。
So usually we suggest this bath to a lot of people who either feel unlucky or, you know, there's something going on and they feel like they just really need to recharge their energy, right? So because this flower bath is considered a cleansing process, when you do so, it should help you in terms of, you know, clearing some of your, you know, bad luck away, or, you know, bringing a little bit more smoothness to whatever's going on in your life, and possibly, you know, just bringing up your energy and lifting you up a little bit more.
OK， 嗱，我如果跟開我睇開，我都知道我上一輯就講點乜嘢戴戒指啦。
Right, so right now we're going to mention something we actually talked about in the last video of why we should wear a ring.
嗱，你哋今 你哋留意下今屆嘅香港嘅頒獎典禮，甚至知道好多地方嘅頒獎典禮，所有得獎嘅，不論明星藝員又好，呢隻手指都係戴住隻戒指嘅。
So you may notice if you actually watch a lot of Hong Kong TV or TV in China that those who have won multiple awards, especially in the year 2020, take for example the Hong Kong Film Awards that just recently happened. I'm not sure if it's called Film Awards, but it's some sort of award ceremony. Multiple of the winners, whether they're celebrities, singers, or artists in general, have a ring on their right hand finger, on their pointer finger.
嗱，所以呢隻戒指咧，其實咧係對任何嘅運勢都好好嘅。試問喺道教裏邊，左邊就入氣，右邊就出氣。我哋 keep 住個運氣嘅話咧，就會留翻好嘅氣喺自己用翻，咁會令而到你自己嘅運氣都會提升到。
So this is actually a good thing to have, as we mentioned in the previous video, because not only does it bring in your luck, but it keeps your luck. So in the Taoist, I believe, 道教應該係 Taoist. I could be wrong. Don't fact check me on this. But in that sense of belief, right, the energy and your luck comes in from the right, no, just your left, and it leaves on your right hand. But if you have a ring there, it acts as a stopper, and you are stopping this luck that's entering your body from leaving your body. Therefore, it should bring up your luck, and it should bring up basically what you do.
嗱，其實咧咩戒指都得嘅，冇所謂嘅，唔使一定話要好靚嘅戒指都得嘅。咁調翻轉講，有啲人而家好似今年2020年嗱，我哋而家錄緊就係2021年嘅1月啦，所以見到我哋後邊咧係一個新年嘅氣氛。咁點解要話要戴戒指？就係話希望跟住所有嘅運氣都會 keep 得到嘅話，自然你樣樣都會順啲，樣樣都會好啲，咁變咗揾食咪容易好多咯。
Right. So, like in 2020, a lot of people have suffered through many things, whether it's through sicknesses or just jobs or just instability. So by doing this, you are really increasing your chances of luck in the year of 2021. And if you haven't noticed, we actually did a little setup of, the New Year's.
咁跟住喺一個會令到你更加可以成年嘅富貴咧，就係話我都好習慣性嘅，我喺新年嘅年初一至到正月，即係由成個月，由新歷嘅2月12號至到新歷嘅3月12號之間，我都會一定會買一條長嘅褲返嚟。
So this is the other thing that I mentioned about the pants, and it's usually you buy new pants on a new year because long pants in Cantonese specifically, it sounds like long wealth. And by buying yourself a new pair of long pants, you are basically encouraging yourself to have long wealth for that year, right? So usually after you buy it, you wear it from pretty much like the day of the New Year's, and anytime in that 1 month period, you can do so.
OK， 咁點解會買條長褲咧？就希望成年都長年富貴。咁咧嗱，仲有啲人問我，師傅啊，而家我哋疫情關係，我哋點會買褲咧？係咪啊？原來可以上網嘅喎，上網買完之後更加好點咩？人哋送條褲俾你嘅喎，即係人哋送個褲俾你。
So a lot of people are like, oh, usually these things you have to go buy in person, but we can't really go shopping out much because of what's going on right now in the world, the pandemic. So it's even better because right now you can actually order pants and get it delivered to you. So the idea of it is when someone delivers this pair of long pants to you, you have somebody delivering you long wealth. So it's even better than you having to find it yourself. Someone is giving you your wealth.
OK， 嗱，仲有一個好重要嘅嘢就係話，出年咧，我哋個五黃嗱，如果有聽開嘅，你都知道五黃喺邊度㗎啦。五黃就喺東南。咁出年如果你屋企嗱，你自己度一度，你自己一間屋個位置個門口係咪喺東南？
So we've mentioned this in the previous video, some of the good luck spots and bad luck spots, and one of the not very great spots this year is the direction of the southeast. So when you have the time and you are concerned, take your compass out, not your phone, a real compass, right? Go and stand in front of your door facing outwards and look at what direction you face in. And if you're facing the southeast, there's actually something you need to do. 阿妹，你成日跟我去嘅喎，你做好多喎，點解一轉翻中文你就搞唔掂咧？你用英文就 OK 嗱 OK。咁
如果你度到真係個東南位，咁咧如果屋企有個長女係屬兔嘅，就而家更加要小心啦。
So if your house does happen to be on the southeast direction and you have a daughter and especially an older daughter that is in the year of the rabbit, you have to be very, very careful.
係啦，事關咧如果好多出邊都會教你點樣擺門口，其實門口唔係立亂擺，每一個門口都有一個方位，每一個方位都有一個好同唔好嘅位置。只要你擺錯一件嘢，你就會好麻煩㗎啦。
So the door is a dangerous place for you to really put a lot of ornaments because it's the first spot of your house, basically. So it's really tricky of what you should put there. So more likely than not, don't put things you read online in front of your door thinking that it'll stop or help you. It may actually be much more worse.
嗱，所以我頭先咁緊張就係話點解東南如果係長女，如果仲係屬兔嘅就危險咧？事關出年個五黃星，我哋就會飛到東南。東南係屬於長女，如果個長女仲要係屬兔嘅話，佢就完全冇晒任何吉星。睇開我幾都知道，我舊年講屬馬嘅人已經係有人出咗事，亦都係一個好出名嘅人出事，所以我唔希望今年再聽到任何有呢咁嘅情況發生。
So a couple of videos ago, we did talk about, being in a bad luck spot and being the oldest of a certain zodiac sign. It does really hurt, and we have mentioned a couple of really bad news that has happened, and we really don't want that to happen again. So if you do need to see what you can do, go check out our other videos. It does tell you what you can do to help you with that.
嗱，好似出年咧屬牛啊、屬羊咪犯太歲、沖太歲嘅。OK， 嗱，我都係嗰句説話噶啦。每一次任何情形之下，我哋只得沖同犯兩樣嘢嘅啫。咁如果係真係犯晒同沖太歲嘅話咧，有喜嘅梗係固然好啦。如果冇喜嘅話，就自己去做一個血光破咗佢。點樣破咧？我建議捐血。
So we've talked about in previous videos also that if it is the year where you basically is not your good luck year, right? If you have something good happening in your life, marriage or kid or something good, that's great because it does help even out like the bad luck that will bring. But if nothing of that of sorts is happening, we do suggest you kind of just take that trouble, we would call it yourself, and the easiest way to kind of like solve it is to go and donate blood.
點解我唔會話帶咩咧？實際我哋喺美國西方人咧係唔會同我哋講會帶咁多樣嘢嘅，所以我就嗌同佢捐血。但係我都會建議佢帶一個八卦，咁咧就可以更加加強咗佢個防止佢個沖太歲同埋犯太歲嘅嘢啦。
So in America, there's a lot of like, I don't want to wear this doesn't look nice, doesn't match my vibe type of thing. So instead of suggesting them to wear this and that and like 5 million things or maybe carry some things, we just say, you know what, go donate some blood, go break this bad luck of yours first yourself without having to suffer more. And also to wear a octagon batgua, that's what we call it.
OK 嗱。我今次同上一次嘅其實個節目都係差唔多，但係我將上一次講嘅嘢咧，再濃縮翻用翻英文嚟講。咁我就希望啲觀眾咧就可以咧，譬如有啲唔識聽中文冇咁叻嘅觀眾咧，就可以用翻英文嚟聽到。
So this time, right, like I said earlier on in this video, the reason why I'm not kind of like in the interview sense with Master Paul is because there are many who actually still don't quite understand Cantonese so well, such as my husband himself. So therefore, hopefully me translating this in English will make it a lot easier for you and also less straining on your eye because you don't have to read subtitles.
我仲有一個消息。
And we also have one more thing.
OK， 我會喺我哋美國呢邊嘅電台咧，我就會做一個靈異節目。
So if you live in America, there's going to be a show, a radio show that my father is going to take part of, talking about spirit stories.
如果有興趣嘅話，就記得留意收聽。
So if you are interested in listening to spirit stories and how he tackles them, please do and listen to your local radio.
嗱，我喺度恭祝大家2021年可以每一樣都順順利利，身體健康。
We're here right now. We wish everyone in the year of 2021, the year of the ox, a very lucky and healthy new year.
OK， 大家身體健康，拜
So
拜。
stay healthy. Thank you for your
嗱
time.
但係都要記得喎，要做乜嘢啊？
Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
拜。